Okay, we are seeing about the stratification, right? The stratification, that the final part that is already that we have seen in the last class, that what is the caste system, estate system, slavery system, and what are the community, caste, and the class, estate, and slavery. These four type of things that we have seen, right? Hope you know what is called the slavery, what is called the estate, what is called the caste, what is class, what is called the class. Let's say class is based on income, caste is based on the birthplace or birth area, then slavery it's something force, but estate is that agreement, that legally, okay. That is called, these are the different types of stratification in the world. That okay, now that we are going to discuss about the sources of stratification. Sources means there is a three perspectives was there. That is the two of the major questions sociology studying stratification have tried to answer: why stratification exists and if it is inevitable. Okay, why it is even that we can evit this stratification, whether why it is being is inevitable and why stratification is exist. Even we can we can evit it, but still why it is not there. So there is a sociologist working from the two major and macro theoretical perspective. That is, one is a structural functionalist perspective that already that we have seen in the first unit. That is what is called the structural functionalist. So under that there are many authors that how they are described. This all the things we have discussed in the first unit, right? There is a social conflict, the society level, the structural level, the institutional, structural, and the functions of the society as a function of the organization. How the stratification is sources is coming, that social conflict, the society level, the multidimensional perspective, how it is there. These are the things that the sources for the stratification that we will be explaining one by one. Structural functional perspective, that perspective that in equality serves a social function, and sociologists working in a structural functionalist tradition have examined how stratification contributes to the operation of the society as a whole. Yeah, that is inequality serves a social function. That is a because in every social function that is inequality only serves. This is a sociologist perspective. For every society there is a inequality is there, because if inequality is there only there is social function is there. Because even for the social function, that if you are attending, these people can sit front, these people can sit in the stage, these people can sit in the stage. It's all there, right? Every aspect, even normal even functions, everything, everywhere there is a discrimination, some differentiation is out there. So sociologists are working in the structural functionalism, how that it is has been structural and functionalist based, how it is there, that is what they have examined. And how stratification is contribute to the operation of society, how the stratification is contributing to operation of the society, that is running the society as a whole, how it is there. So Kingsley Davis and Wilbert Murray, both of them offered an early and controversial but still influential functionalist analysis of certification, because both are given the sources. That is Kingsley Davis and Wilbert Murray has given some information about the certification, but it is often early and controversial. That's something it's controversial there, but still it is influential and functional analysis of the certification. Okay. The Davis and Murray, what they said, they argue that some form of stratification is universal across all society. To operate smoothly, societies face a motivational problem in ensuring that the best, most qualified people fill the most important roles in society. Actually, what the Davis and Murray said, that the stratification it's happened. It is stratification is universal across. There is not only in the particular United States, or not particularly in India, not particularly in South Africa, and there is no particular places. There is a only Guwahati certification is there. Only in Tamil Nadu only there is a certification is there. Only in Maharashtra only there is a certification is there. Delhi only certification there is not like that. They argued that some form of stratification is universal, not all the form. For example, the casteism is happen in particular places, but that if you go to the US or UK, there is no caste certification will be there. In some places, that income certification will be there. Income certification is everywhere. That is a universal. Educate that is this is what they are saying, that some form of certification is universal across all society. These are they are coming to say. and to operate smoothly, societies face a motivational problem is ensuring that the best there is a motivational problem for the peoples. Because of that only they will not perform according to the others, and then only those who are performing well, they are they are moving forward. Those who cannot perform well, they are lagging behind. This is what they are saying. Essentially, the best, most qualified people will fill the most important roles in society. In all the aspect that who has mostly qualified according to that position that they have filled in the important roles in society. For example, that is not educational qualification. The most qualified people is doesn't meet the any educational qualification. If you have educational qualification, you can go. That is not like this. For example, if you wanted to hold the political leader power, that you should have a power of controlling the audience. You should have a power of controlling everyone. You should have a power of dominating everyone. Then only that you can be a political leader. Because if you cannot having that power, and but you have only the doctorate and qualification, it is that you it will not be perform. You will not perform as a political leader. If yeah, that is why if I can hold this position means that I should have that according to that position I should qualify. I don't want education qualification to be a political leader, that to start one political group, political party. That I don't want any qualification, but I should have a power, and I should have a capability of attracting the audience. I should have a capability of attracting my subordinates, right? That I should make followers. Then only that I can take that position as a political leader. That I can in the next election comes, that I can holding a position of chief minister or somewhere. This is what they are saying, that most qualified people will, if you don't have that quality, even whatever the education qualification you are having, what are the income level that you are having, but you are not qualified according to that level, then you will not able to get the important roles in society. This is what they are discussed. And by offering the greatest reward to people who fill the most important position. Stratification is an unconsciously evolved device by which societies ensure that the important positions are conscientiously filled by the most qualified person. That is unconsciously evolved device by which society ensure that most important positions are conscientiously is filled by the most qualified, because the unqualified people that they are being unconsciously, they will not be able, even they are not thinking about not they are not able to think about the holding that position also, right? If you are studying a BBA or BBA, and after completing the BBA, any one of you having a dream of to becoming a political leader? Can you tell, my dear? Any one of you having a, sir, I wanted to become that, out of the profession, that you have any dream? No one will have, because future that you may go to that it is instantly or coincidentally will happen. So yeah, that is society is important. This unconsciously evolved device by which societies ensure the most important person are filled by the most qualified persons. That if you have a quality, that if you have a good public speaking skill, that if they may be used you as a speaker for their word canvassing or something. If you are because if you have a, because you have a degree BBA MBA, that you thought of to becoming a manager or HR manager, finance manager, that you are studying, but when the people are attracting by your speech, then they may use to you as a vote canvasser. And vote canvasser, after that, if you are canvassing, after you canvassing the vote, then if they get win, or the what they will do, that you will be involved in the political system. This thing that we don't know that what we will be giving, because of this, that you will be occupying the good position in the society. Okay. Then what are the critics? The perspective has been widely criticized by domain, but this is what they said. Okay, Davis and Murray said these are the functional perspective, their perception about the structural and function, because the most qualified people that will occupy the important roles in the society. This is what they are saying, that unconsciously evolved. Okay. But the critics means what are the against thoughts are there. That is, the perspective has been widely criticized by Dewey in 1953 and also in 1985. Critics have charged that the Davis marriage thesis implies that individual attribute determine how peoples are located in society, and that the most talented and earn their position through their hard work and merits. Actually, this he discharged that Davis Murray they have implied in their thesis that individual attributes, that is my individual capability determines how people where I am in a society. If I have a capability to hold any position, that is my individual capability is determining where I wanted to be here. If I am interested to occupy that position, I will be trying to place in that place. Otherwise I will not, because because I am thinking why I don't want to, why I should go to that places, why I want to make a problem. I don't want any problem. I wanted to be a safe zone. I don't want to go for a top place. I don't want to be a lower level. I wanted to be a middle level. That is a better for me. If you are thinking like that, then you can be here. This is what they are saying, that the individual attributes determine how people are located in society. That is my individual attributes, my individual characteristics and individual things, and on the most talented earn their position through their hard work. And if I am a talented to hold that position, I will be attaining those positions by my hard work and merits. This is what that they said. This idea disregards the impact of social factors such as discrimination that are outside of individual control, and it does not give appropriate attention to the tensions and divisiveness that can arise as a result of inequality. And also what that critics the Doomin in 1953-1985, he expressed that this idea, what the Davis and Murray said, that they are earning their position according to their talent, this ideas disregards the impact of social factors. This idea, it's not that, that is not all the people that who have an individual talent also cannot be occupying the position. It is discriminating. That is a factor such as discrimination that are outside of individual control, which is the factor that I cannot control. If I am a leader, I am selecting assistant leader, then I wanted to be select, right? That you are having a capability, you are having an individuality, you are having a good attribute, you are having a qualification and everything. That if I want, I am in a position to appoint you in my of my assistant, then I have to decide that the discrimination I should not show, right? If I have to respect the talent of the individual people, then only you will get, right. That is not in your control. That you cannot control me to respect your talent. You are having a talent, you are coming through your talent, but I should respect your talent. That factor that you should not control, right? That because of some this type of factors that it is going out. That is 1953, because earlier when they are describing in 1953 1945, it the society is like that. Individual talent, that is when the Jawaharlal Nehru becoming a prime minister, it is because of his individual talent. It's later they are thinking like that. You know who is our first prime minister of India? That is when we are when our Indian constitution is made in 1947 on August 15. Who is the first prime minister? Is Dr. Jawaharlal Nehru is the first prime minister. Okay, so because the David and Morris, they are believing that Dr. Jawaharlal Nehru is becoming a prime minister. It's by his own talent and by his own capability, by his own individual characteristics. But later on, 1953, right? The domain that he expressed by the thing, then what he told that then like Dr. Jawaharlal Nehru is not becoming a prime minister by his own talent. At the same time, our father of nation Mahatma Gandhi supports him to becoming a prime minister of India. Then only he also becomes. There is no voting happened during that period. Just they have decided they are supporting anonymously because of the father of nation that suggested his name to be as a first prime minister of India. So he becoming a prime minister, because this is the discrimination happened. Why not others? There is no competition. That's why he came. This is what they are giving in their point, that this social factor, that why that he preferred Jawaharlal Nehru. It's only that Gandhiji only knows that. Okay, and also others are not having that capability, and that the others are not opposing Mahatma Gandhiji to why the others are not able to occupy that position, since he is a role model for he is a role model in the freedom fighting, right? So that is why this is, because the appropriate attention to the tensions and dizziness that can arise the result of inequality. The appropriate attention to the tension sometimes may happen, right? This is what the criticism and the example. For example, hard feeling may result among those who work hard. Right? Hard feeling may result among those who work hard yet are treated unfairly or feel they are not properly rewarded for their effort. Yeah, sometimes hard feeling may result among those who, because if I am working hard, if I am treated unfairly or I am not properly rewarded, then I may get hard feeling, right? Because of that, I will not be able to perform. This may happen, right? This is what they are saying. It's a structural function. Herbert Hans, sociologist Herbert Hans analyzed the functions of poverty. There's a poverty, there's a poverty is the area. He described 13 function the poor play in society. There is a 30 different types of functions about the poor play in the society. And the poor ensure that society's dirty work get done, their existence, create jobs that serve the poor. That is social service workers, shelter providers, and the poor buy goods others don't want. That is, the poor ensure that society's dirty work gets done, their existence create jobs that serve the poor. The poor people has to work to clean the dirty area, and they have to get there. And also the poor buy goods others don't want, and also they can buy the, if I am a poor, I can buy the item which is others don't want. If others want that, I will not be given the preference, like the day old bread, used clothing, and used vehicles. It's all who will buy. Who will buy? Those who cannot afford that much amount only they will buy, right? That is what they are saying. That, and poor also ensure that society's dirty work. That whatever the dirty work, that is garbage cleaning and street cleaning, it's all get done there by creating the job opportunities for them. And they have to do that because they are discriminating like this, right? This is what he is saying it, that in Robert Hans in 2001, that how the stratification is happened is that he clearly defines that dirty work has to be done by the poor people. Why the richest people that cannot do? Why is there anything written that poor people only can do? Is because they don't have a money to run their self life. So their self life, so the they have created the work, like social service workers, shelter providers came, and also the poor only can able to buy the item which is not purchased by others, which don't do not want by the others. If I am going to the shop, what I want it, I will buy it. My used items, my used vehicles will be used by, or will be bought by the that concerned poor people. The poor also observe the cost of social changes. They have determined, right? This is what they are saying. This is a day old bread. Because for example, if I am going to the shop, if I have a money, if I am a rich, I will be buying the item which is comely newly comes, and I will be checking about the expiry of the date, and I know about something about, right? Everything will get newly. But some people cannot able to enter into the shop itself because they won't wear the shirts. These all the things are there, right? So they used to clothing, because even if we wanted to have, if we want a cloth, that we used to go for the exclusive showroom. But otherwise, that at least we will go to the medium people, that will go to the textile job. But that poor people, that where they will buy the product, it is from the street shop, that is in the street corner, which is the used item that sale, right? There only they will be buying. These are Harvard guns. And also he says his analysis does not mean that poverty must or should exist. He argues that functional analysis must conclude that poverty persists not only because it fulfills a number of positive functions, but also because many of functional alternatives to poverty would be quite dysfunctional and for the affluent member of the society, which means that functional analysis must conclude that poverty persists not only because it's fulfill the number of positive functions. They don't expect that fulfill the positive functions only will be demolishing the poverty. You know what is called poverty, right? So, but also because of many functional alternatives to poverty would be quite dysfunctional. Sometimes that that sorry, that alternatives to the poverty is quite sometimes it could be dysfunctional, and also for the affluent member of the society. And he also uses his analysis to show that functionalism, accused by criticism of being inherently conservative, can be used in more liberal and radical analysis. It can be used for the more liberal and radical analysis. Through that the poverty can be eliminated. This is what he said. That is a functional functionalism. Emile Durkheim, what he said is 1858, that is a good sociologist, and that he said that this perspective views society as a complex system of interrelated parts that work together to maintain stability. That what he is saying is, this perspective views society views this perspective, that is a Emile Durkheim views society as a complex system. That means not a simple system, it's a complicated system of interrelated parts that work together to maintain stability. That interrelated parts, all the interrelated parts of the complex society that will be working together to maintain the stability, means the survivalness. This is the called structural functionalism. According to this perspective, social system parts are interdependent. System has a normal healthy state of equilibrium. When distributed parts reorganize them, that means the society are interdependent, means it is not a independent. One system is dependent on another system. The caste system is dependent on the class system. That sorry, class system is depends on the caste system. Under the caste, for example, that if we have Satriya, Vaishya, that we have seen some caste, right? Satriya, Sutriya, Vaishya, Brahmins, that we have seen these different caste system. There is a class system will come. The among this caste, he is a high income people, this is a lower income people, this is a middle income people. This is the interdependent social system. Okay, and also the system has a normal healthy state of equilibrium. Equilibrium means it has a normal healthy state. Sometimes it will not harms that much, is having some normal, there is some equilibrium also maintained among this each level. This is what he is saying according to him, that I am not saying, this is according to email Durkheim, that he is saying that when disturbed parts reorganize them, when disturbed parts can be, it can be reorganized by themselves because there is a support for them. This is what they are saying. And functionalism, according to stratification, that is Kingsley Davis and Wilbert Moore, what they are saying is what others, because now that we are discussing about the functionalist and sociologist views about the certification, right? That is the last part of the second unit. That Kingsley Davis and Wilbert Moore, again, what they are saying, functionalism according to the stratification that we just before that we have seen, right? Kingsley Davis and Wilbert Moore. Stratification is an unconsciously evolved device in which societies ensure that the important positions are filled. That I have explained just now. So I don't want to again. The criticism already that we discussed, that the idea disregards the impact of social factors such as discrimination that are outside one control and disregards those one who inherit wealth and position. And also I told you now, because when that Jawaharlal Nehru got a position of prime minister, that he was a very wealthy and sound in finance. It may be the reason that they may decided that he don't want the money, so he will he will serve the people. Because he don't want to earn the money, since already he has more money in his hand. When even he was in a freedom fighter, that when he's struggling in a freedom fighting also, that he has more money, so they might be thinking that is more my wealth also. Because of that means also there is a reason that discard ability to those higher status. Even he is a good education, already he has a good education, good income level. Jawaharlal Nehru, just I'm clicking that. And most highly rewarded position do not always fill the most important roles. Highly rewarded position do not always fill the most important roles, because always higher rewarded will not be most important roles in the society. It does not account for disparity between poor and rich. Okay, so functions of poverty and this all thing that you know that we have seen, that whatever that we have seen, that again they have explained. And the social conflict perspective, I don't know, it can be finished it now. According to stratification, it is going long. It is going long. Okay. This that we'll see in the next class, my dear. Okay. Any doubt in this first perspective? Any doubt? Do you have a doubt?
No, sir.
No doubt. Okay, then let me take attendance. Okay, then take care. Bye bye. I think almost 12.
Bye bye.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you.